Hi, and welcome to episode 67 of Two Crafty Stitches. Today is July 3rd, 2020. I'm Sandy, also known as Knits and Bits.
And I'm Kelly, also known as Pearly Girl 75.
So, happy Independence Day to all
And
of
also
our...
happy Hamilton Day. Like, let's be real.
Whatever.
Independence Day is tomorrow.
I know, and people won't be seeing it today because
Hamilton Day is today.
6 o'clock and I'm a slacker.
Well, still. But we're filming it today.
Okay, whatever. We'll go with your small little celebration.
Okay.
Because, the people outside are not putting off fireworks for Hamilton.
No, people are inside their houses watching Hamilton on Disney Plus because at 7 o'clock there's a watch along tonight. But I already watched it this morning, so.
Okay. Well, I don't know about the people here. But if you guys do hear loud bangs, people have been doing fireworks since this afternoon because why wait until dark?
I know. You have to test to make sure they're going to work, maybe? I don't know.
I guess it doesn't get dark here until like 9:30, so yeah. I don't know. Anyways, crafting.
Yes.
So I haven't really done too much stuff, but I'm going to start with my works in progress before you show me up.
So, I have like a couple. Okay.
I know, but of the one that we're both doing.
Oh, okay.
How long you are. So
well, then I'm going to pull mine out to show it so we can both talk about it at the same time. So that way,
So you can show me up?
No, just so that way I don't have to be like, I'm also doing the same thing.
No. So in our CC's wool, the dandelions and daffodils colorway.
Then I don't have to remember any of this stuff if you say it all.
Yeah, that's true. So the stuff that we got from the Maryland Sheep and Wool, it's their colorway. It all skeined up. We are both doing the Imagine When pattern. It is a paid pattern for a shawl. I don't know who it's by. My thing's cut off.
Joji Locatelli.
Oh, there we go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes. So Kelly started it a little over 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, but I haven't worked on it a whole lot though, so.
Yeah, and I started it a little bit, I think it was the day of the last podcast, so.
Yes, and I had just started it like a day or two before that podcast, so we've both been working on it about 2 weeks.
You're further along, so.
I don't know.
I am still in section 2.
I just started section 3. Like so just started, like I'm one repeat into section 3.
I have 3 more repeats to do of section 2. So.
Okay. It's not too much.
I have a little baby one.
Yeah, I've done the first repeat of section 3, so.
Yep. Yeah. So I'm excited.
I know, I'm liking how it's turning out. Mine looks really yellow, but that's because I had to put my warm filter light on because I'm too pale.
Yeah, and mine's a mixture. So this is probably I think it's a True Colors.
Yeah, I think yours is more of a true color than mine, but that's okay. I'm really enjoying though knitting it though. I'm enjoying the pattern. I'm enjoying how it's knitting up and what it looks like. So I was thinking, because it does take like 500 something yards. I think to do the pattern. I think it says, and there is like 500 something yards, but the pattern says something about like it takes that much and that the pattern's not really written for less than that. So there's no like stopping point. So you pretty much have to have this much yarn.
500 yards.
Yeah. Yeah. And I was thinking, I was thinking that it's something that in the future I would like to knit again if I have a skein of yarn that has enough yards, obviously, or 2 skeins.
I was about to say, or you can like multiple mini skeins or something.
Yeah.
With all the ends to weave in.
I know, too much weaving in of it.
No. I don't know why I put this away because I still need to look at it.
Okay.
Although, so I haven't done really any knitting this week. Like normally I like to try and knit a little bit before I go to bed, but I've been going in there and just like not wanting to knit, or the fireworks are going off and Whiskey starts freaking out, and so she crawls up on me and I
Yeah.
can't do anything. I have T-Rex arms, or thunderstorms.
Whiskey the dog.
Yes.
Well, because we might have new viewers.
Yes. Yeah, Whiskey, my dog. My little pit. You might hear her snoring because she is in the back sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
And if you go, I'm going to skip ahead to the very end. If you go to the Instagrams, which we'll talk about later, you'll see pictures of all of the animals, all of them, because that's pretty much what my Instagram is. So I'm working on that. I haven't done anything with my alpaca fiber because I'm horrible. And I've put on a few extra rows of my Hern,
maybe?
Hern. We do this every single time. This pattern, which
your cardigan.
Yeah, for a cardigan. Pattern. It's in a book, which I think we went over this before. It's like tweeds and twists. Next time I'll try to get the book out because I think it might still be packed. I don't know. So I'm like mid-row because I'm cool like that, and I like to stop mid-row so I can drop all the stitches every single time. But
my dog is now growling at something outside, so she could start barking at any moment.
That
keep going.
Does.
If she does, I'll just mute myself
and say, Lucy,
be
nice. So, and my sock blanket, which, it's just mitered squares. Haven't got too much on there. So, I don't hear her yet. So.
No, she's fine now.
That is.
There was like a little bit of a warning, and I was like, oh, is she going to start? But she did not.
I feel you. I feel the pain.
Yeah.
So that's my works in progress.
Mm-hmm. So I have the thing, obviously, that I just showed. Yes. And then I also have I've been working on my crocheted blanket. Yes. Still. I finished one skein, and I have like this much left of the second skein. So, and then I have a whole bunch more skeins so I can make it like bed sized. But here's the funny thing. So, and I'm just doing a giant granny square, and I think it's turning out really cool, and I love it. And it's very soft. It's the Lion brand mandala yarn. And I think I have like got the right hook size and the right like tension and everything. So it's very soft. But like, okay, so we have a lot of blankets for people who live in Florida. Like we have so many blankets. Like we have a comforter we don't even use. And it's like folded up on top of my like chest at the end of the bed. And then we have a whole bunch of fleece blankets because sometimes, because when it does get kind of chilly here, which I love, but my husband freezes and I refuse to turn the heat on. And we've never turned the heat on in all the years we've lived here. And so I just am like, put a blanket on. Like, what's the big deal? So we have blankets that we use like on the couch. Then we have fleece blankets that the dog uses. And then we have like some crocheted blankets that I've made or whatever. And my friend quilts, and oh my gosh, she made the most gorgeous quilt that, Sandy, I will have to send you pictures of later because it is amazingly gorgeous. And I was showing John and I was like, look at this, look how pretty this is. Oh my gosh. And John was like, is that a blanket? Like, it's a quilt. So yes, he was like, not that I'm quilting, but so I'm working on this, and I've been working on it at night in bed, like with a pillow behind me watching TV, working on it, and it keeps getting bigger and bigger. He has not said anything about the fact that I'm making a blanket. I'm surprised because I'm waiting for the day for him to be like, is that another blanket that you're making? And I also might have bought a crochet Afghan pattern the other day that looks like it's quilted, which is also really cool, but for another blanket. But we have a lot of blankets, and so I'm just waiting for John to just eventually be like, how many blankets do you need? And the answer is all of them. But anyway, sorry, got off track there. I do have one other thing that I'm working on, and that is a spinning project. So it's also one of my new items, but it's okay. So I had Into the World had an update, and so I ordered some fiber from them.
Oh yeah.
And I was in their club a while ago, and one of the colors that we got was called Gilmore's Glorious Goods, and it was like a BFL silk, and it's really, really pretty, and I don't want to mess it up. But it's got the silk in there, which kind of gets kind of slippery, and I don't think I'm ready for it yet because I've tried silk before, and I'm still like trying to work on my consistency and whatever. So she had it up in her update as just BFL. So I just was like, well, let me just order a BFL because I really like the colors, and then one day I'll do the other one. So I have been working on it, and it's on my wheel on the bobbin. So, and I don't want to pull it out off of there. I'm like making all the excuses today. I don't want to pull it off there. I mean, it's really easy to pull it off, but like I started it yesterday and I got right in the sweet spot of the spinning wheel, like right where like my tension is perfect, you know, like all of my settings are just where they need to be, like the stuff was spinning like butter. I'm afraid to mess it up, so I don't want to pull the bobbin off and then try and redo it. So I will just show you one of the little things of what it looks like. So that's what it looks like.
Ooh, that is pretty.
Yeah, it's a little bit darker than it showed. Well, actually, no, that actually looks more like it, the actual colors there. And it's got like this little yellowish color that's kind of it goes into a peach, and it's really pretty, and it's spinning up nicely, and that's what I'm working on as my other project.
Are you going to spin it up?
Well, I mean, you know me, and I spin, and then I just like to, you know, chain ply it so that I keep the colors together. Because when I buy fiber, I usually buy it based on the colors. I don't even usually buy it based on what it is, like what type of fiber it is. I usually buy it based on the color, and then I'm like, oh, well, later I'll figure out how to do it with whatever type of fiber it is. And I buy it based on the colors, and usually when I see how they are in there, that's what I want the finished thing to look like. Because I bought it, you know, because I like those colors, and I don't want to like muddy them up, and I have done that before where I've like purposely done like fractals and stuff, but a lot of times what I really like is keeping the colors together, and also then when you knit with it, it kind of makes itself striking. So
yeah. I've been really bad about being on social media recently, so I don't know if you've posted a picture of it on Instagram. You're spinning?
Of what?
You're spinning.
Oh, no, I haven't, because I just started it yesterday.
Okay.
And I was going to do a picture, but I was too busy watching something on TV.
Yeah. Yeah, so you should do that so I could see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, oh, I need to sneeze.
Okay.
Okay, so that is works in progress?
Yes.
One thing that I do need to do is do some sewing, and were we talking about this last time on the podcast, or just you and me? How I want to start quilting, but I'm holding back because I have a feeling.
You and I have spoken about it before.
Yeah,
because I'm like, you know,
a black hole.
My coworker from last year is a quilter. Her mother is a quilter. She is up visiting her family. She sent me a video tour of her mom's workspace and all of her fabric, and I was just like,
you're like, holy moly, that's a lot.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's like her mom's job, though.
Oh,
she's like a professional, what is it, a sewist, because you don't say seamstress anymore, and you don't say sewer. So she's a sewist, I guess. I don't know.
Why not seamstress?
I don't know. They just don't say seamstress anymore. Every time I've seen it lately on social media, people say sewist.
Huh.
I don't know. But the last thing I need to do, and of course I have said this before about things, the last thing I need to do is get into making quilts. It's kind of what I said about spinning too, so.
And how'd that work out after I bought
So I have a finished object.
Oh, no. Oh, yeah, finished objects, yeah.
Finished objects, yes.
Yeah, finished objects.
I do. I have, well, it's kind of finished. It's almost finished. I have some spinning that I did. I literally like yesterday took it off of the wheel and put it on a Niddy Noddy, and it's still on the Niddy Noddy because I need to like
Wash it.
do the finishing washing and
Yeah.
stuff. So I'll show it to you because I'm just going to take over and say what I'm going to say now. You can't even see. Oh, there you go.
Ooh, look at the sparkles.
I know, it's very sparkly.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
So this is created by LCB, and it is the Campfire Embers colorway. It's one of her repeatable colors. And this one is 75% Rambouillet, 17% Merino, and 8% Gold Sparkle Stellina.
I like that.
And I spun it, and then I did the 3-ply chain ply so I could keep the colors together. And guess how many yards it is?
298.
No.
205.
Being like the most awkward I can. I'll just tell you how many it is.
5 yards.
It's 5, yes. It is 360 yards. I broke 300 yards on this. I know.
Oh my God.
Unless I miscounted. But I don't think I miscounted. So, yes.
I am so happy for you.
I don't know, because obviously I still need to like wash it and let it, it'll bloom, I'm sure. Because my stuff always, like, Sandy and I have talked about this. I don't know if we talked about this before, but I don't know what I do differently than you do, but my stuff always blooms and gets very puffy.
And my
Like look at, well, no, that's not a good example because it's not the most even spinning either because I'm still working on that. But I mean, like, see,
just slightly darker than your skin tone.
I know, that's the blue piece. I was like, here, look, it matches. Wait, let me find here we go. I'll find a red piece. There we go.
that look okay. I can see that one now.
See, so it's not even that thick. It's not like the thinnest, but it's not that thick either.
Yeah.
But when I'm done like washing it, it's gonna be like 3 times the size of this because it just goes poof. I don't know why.
Yeah, I don't know.
And I've watched the see, maybe when I go to Plyaway next year I can ask. Because I've done the I've watched the from Blueprint Craftsy, whatever. The class on, which one was that? The different ways of like spinning your stuff, like from worsted to woolen.
Okay, because there's that one, and then there's also one of how to ply.
Right.
And,
so yeah. I've watched both of them, but the from worsted to woolen, and I haven't tried all of her different ways of spinning. But my way, I think I do some weird combination when I spin. Because like
semi-woolen?
I don't even know. Because like she does like, like in the worsted spinning, she does like the little short forward draw. And then she also does the short backward draw. When I'm spinning, I do both.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh.
I will hold it in this hand and I will pull it both ways and then run my finger down and pull it both ways and then run my finger down to smooth it out. But I have like both my hands are moving when I'm spinning. This is what it looks like when I'm spinning, but I'm not, but we'll pretend. But this is this is the motion I do. It is neither a short forward nor is it a short backward. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's why.
Maybe. I don't know.
Yeah. Maybe someone out there who's an expert will be like, yes, that's why. And I'll be like, oh, okay. And I'm not complaining about it getting poofy. It's just that eventually I'd like to spin some sock yarn, but I don't want to put all my time and effort into trying to spin thin. I mean, I would have to spin like frog hair to get sock yarn if it poofs up enough.
Yeah, because you don't like thick sock yarn.
No, because I live in Florida.
Yes. Exactly.
So, anyway, so that's my finished thing.
I only have one finished thing as well. And I guess it's like 99.9% finished because I haven't woven in the ends, even though it's been done for.
Well, that's like mine is like 99.9% finished too. So that is what then our episode should be titled, 99.9% finished, right there. I'm writing it down.
Okay. I don't know why I grabbed the blue one of these. I should have done yellow. But yeah, just my little shorty sock. So just like a nice little ankle-ish. I showed it yesterday, and Kelly thought they were for children, but no, it is an adult size.
Because it looked child-sized. When did you show me that? Wasn't that on our last episode?
I think so.
Yes, and I was like, they looked like they were for a child.
And like I had just finished the heel, and I was like right here. So hold on, wait. I can recreate this. I can.
I think it's because I couldn't, where you had it, I couldn't see because
it was like this.
Keep talking.
Yeah, it was like this. And you're like, wait, is that for a kid? Probably thinking it went like that. I don't know. Instead of, yeah. There you go. You guys can go back to, oh, you're on mute. Okay. Yeah, so you guys can go back to the last one if you actually want to see, because I'm just playing here now. Well, since she's on mute and I can't hear her, I'm just going to jump into my new items. I only got one.
Sorry, I had to get the dog calmed down, but go ahead.
That's okay. I'm doing my new items.
I was just saying, Lucy, stop.
Yeah. So I did not get my Paradise Fiber monthly package in yet. That should be coming. Ooh, I just like dropped all my papers out of that thing. So that should be coming in the mail soon. So I'll have it for next time. But I did go to a local alpaca farm last weekend. I'm super excited. It was Ad Astra Alpacas out in Baldwin City in Kansas. So it's like crazy close to me, like 10, 15 minutes away. They have 36 alpacas, 4 little baby alpacas, and I got to go around and see them. And I got about 5 pounds of alpaca fiber. So, this is I always mess up the name. It's not the Surrey, it's the, what is it? Yakima? No, that's like a vegetable. The one that starts with the H. The alpaca.
I don't know.
No, it's not that. I don't
know. I think you're talking about vegetables. And that starts with the J. It sounds like a name. I don't know my alpacas. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So I got that because a few years ago, I picked up this alpaca. It's Seconds. And I got it on Facebook and learned how to clean it, and then figured out I did it wrong and then cleaned it again when I got here. It's the same type of alpaca. I don't remember the farm name I got it from, but yeah, so Seconds, so that's about the staple length.
Is it the Huacaya?
Yes.
I don't know how to say that, but okay.
It's
I just Googled it.
It's not,
yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I have been thinking about doing an alpaca sweater. And so when I found out about this place, the Ad Astra, from the local fiber guild, let me not put that there, because I think that's where the mic is. I reached out to them right before shearing, and then we have been playing Facebook tag for like a month now, at least. I think I've been talking about going to this place forever. And I finally did, and we tried to match to get kind of close.
Uh-huh.
And I think we did a very good job, because I brought some samples over, and we went through like pretty much all of her stuff. And she was like, well, you know, this isn't cleaned yet. I haven't done that. So.
And you made me remember some word about your alpaca.
Oh, the name.
Yes, Callisto. Because I wrote it down.
Yes. So this came from Callisto, from Ad Astra, because that's the motto for Kansas, to the stars. So every alpaca born there is named after a star. The stuff that I got from Facebook was McCor. I believe that's how you say it. MCOR was the alpaca name. So yeah, I sent her this and the little rolag I made, a picture of it, and she's like, it's not going to be pretty like that. I'm like, I did this myself. So, and you know what I want to do?
What?
Because I am a glutton for punishment.
Are you gonna spin it on a spindle?
No.
Oh. You're gonna spin 5 pounds or more of alpaca on a spindle.
Yeah, approximately 5 pounds. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Counting that stuff. So that's not cleaned, and I've been working on this white alpaca monstrosity that's Surrey. So I guess I'll pull it out again.
Okay.
I'm
having to pet the dog so she won't bark anymore. So.
Okay. So I washed it. It was like a brown color. So when it came out white, I was a little shocked. But you guys can't see it here because I've picked through this kind of well. Oh, but there's like lots of like black specks in here that is hard to get out, and apparently some cat hair. No, that's Klaus hair that got in there. But I was thinking probably not buying a picker because those are so expensive, but seeing if I could make one.
What about didn't you say there's some guild near you where you could like check stuff out?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't know if they have a picker. I know they have a drum carder.
Okay.
So
that's ask there first before you try and make one.
I know, because you know I am a glutton for punishment when I try to make things like the spinning wheel.
Like your spinning wheel.
Yeah. My hackle works though.
Yeah.
So, but I was talking to the lady and we were talking about that, and she's like, yeah, you know, a picker would be nice. I don't have one. I'm like, me too. And I told her I've seen people making them, and I'm like, maybe one day I'll get crazy and I'll do that. And she's like, if it works, let me know. And then we can like go and pick her alpaca, and maybe I could get some.
Maybe.
Yeah, I'm like, alpaca fee. I want like 1% of this.
Yeah.
I'm good. So, yeah. So that is my stuff. I sent a picture of that to my sister, and she's like, it looks like poop. I'm like, why? It's a very beautiful brown color. And you know, I have a hard time with browns. So,
yes.
Yeah, you're probably surprised
I know that you have so much brown.
And then I want to make a sweater out of it.
I know.
Yeah. So, glutton for punishment here.
Yes.
Okay, so what's your new items?
Well, I have some new things that I'm going to try and get out while I'm petting the dog so she won't bark. I have several new things. So anyway, I had mentioned about the Into the World and how they updated their, they had an update and they had a lot of spinning of fiber. So I got some fiber that I had wanted in a color I had wanted from them before, and I bought 2 of this color. So I would have like 8 ounces. You good? Okay. Just checking because I stopped petting. And this color is Walla Walla. Walla Walla.
Like Walla Walla Washingtons and Walla Walla onions.
Walla Walla. But I like the color.
I like them too.
It's Into the World. And this one is Romney. I've never spun Romney, but I really like the color. And I was like, if this color comes up, I'm buying it. So like I said, I don't normally unless it's like if I have the option for like Polworth, I usually will go Polworth and then followed shortly by Rambouillet, and BFL. I think those are my top 3 right now, but why not? Why not try something new? Yeah. It had the color I wanted. And I didn't know like when they were going to restock this color and what base they'd put it on. So then I have some yarn. So I had done, I think I talked about this last time about how I had ordered it, and I think it's come in since then. Or did I show this last time? I don't remember. Maybe if I did show notes, I would know, but whatever. Oh well.
I have it open right here.
So Kim Dye's Yarn, who I discovered through the Maryland Sheep and Wool Virtual Festival and had ordered some of her fiber, she is doing, because of the pandemic that we're in, she is doing like a support your local yarn shop type of club.
Mm-hmm.
And so she's dyeing up like 2 colorways on different bases or whatever that are that she's then, like, I guess, wholesaling to local yarn shops. So the closest yarn shop to me that has it is 4 Pearls in Winter Haven, and which I have not been to, but I've been to their truck. We did talk about this, but I don't know if I showed the yarn. Did I show the yarn though? I talked about how I was getting the yarn, but I don't think I showed it, but whatever. So anyway, so I did like whatever month it was that this colorway was for, which I think was the June color maybe. Anyway, so sorry, my husband just walked in to the room and he has like his drink in his thermos. He's balancing his iPad and he's got like a bowl of pretzels. And he was just like this when I turned my head, and I was not expecting to see that. Okay, so yeah. Anyway, so let me just show you this, whether I've shown it to you before or talked about it or whatever. So I bought it. There were 2 colors that were for the month of June. One color is Fireflies at Play. I think I was talking about it coming in last time. And the other colorway is Bioluminescence. So they're supposed to go together, and they are Sparkle, DK, Superwash Merino Nylon. Each of them is 231 yards, because we talked about I want to do a brioche with it.
Yes, it's pretty.
I don't remember if I showed it. If I did, then you can see it again.
Because it's pretty.
Look how sparkly it is.
I like it.
And this one's sparkly too. It isn't as sparkly, but like there, it is sparkly. It's just not showing up as much. But anyway, so I want to do like a 2-color brioche, something with it.
Maybe if you just hold up the yellow by itself.
I don't know. It's very bright.
There you go. Because the blue was like, I think, offsetting it a little bit.
I don't know.
Whoa.
Too much. Okay, so that came in. So whether I showed it or not, I don't remember, but there you go. She is doing them like once a month. So check with your, look at obviously on Kim Dye's Yarn, on her website, kimdyesyarn.com, but also to see what it is. But I think that Yarn Barn out near you, Sandy, is one of the shops that also is participating in her thing. You just have to like pre-order it, and then she dyes it and sends it to the store, and then the store sends it to you.
Possibly.
Because I think that when I looked it up to see what it was, I was like, I wonder if they have anything in Kansas. And Yarn Barn, that's yours, right? In Kansas, that's one of your stores.
That's the one.
So yeah, they were on the list. Not that I'm saying you have to, but if you were so inclined and saw a color you really liked in her thing, it's local. You could support a local yarn store.
I have supported them. Just not recently. I supported the farm instead.
So then I had also pre-ordered some other yarn, and this is from the Lemonade Shop. And I think I've ordered one of their skeins before, because they do the I think that I can't even remember, but I think that I have one of their skeins that's like, it might be black, and then it has like a little section of like bright rainbow. So when you knit it, it's like black, and then has like little bits of like bright colors coming up. I think that's them. Pretty sure, I could be wrong, but anyway, Lemonade Shop, who has their little business card, which you can't really see because of the lighting, but there it is. So there's their little business card, and it's so cute because on the back of their business card, they have the Kitchener stitch.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, little instructions. So I think that's adorable. Anyway, she had 2 colorways, and I just went way out of focus. I don't know why, but I'm gonna hold yarn up in a second, so it's okay. So she had 2 colorways that she did recently that you could pre-order. And Sandy will really appreciate these, just because they're kind of funny. So the names are, so this one that is the first one that is called Dumpster Fire. And it is 459 yards of a 75-25 superwash merino nylon.
Fun.
Cool looking, because it has like little speckles in there, and that's my thing lately, I think, is self-striping or speckles. So
And most of the time I buy yarn based on the name.
Yes. So then the other one that she had that I originally was going to buy, and then when I saw the dumpster fire, I was like, well, I might as well get two, because if I'm paying shipping or whatever, I don't remember if I had free shipping, but I was like, why not get two? So the other one I got is called, it is also, I will say, 459 yards of 75-25 superwash nylon. It is called FU 2020.
I do like that purple.
And it's so pretty.
It is.
Because it's got all these tiny little color, like speckles of color, like mixed in there and everything. So yes.
What are you gonna make with that?
I have no idea. And I don't know why. There we go. I don't know why I went all blurry, but there I am. Now I'm back. So anyway, yes. So that is, I think that's it. Well, that's actually not it for what I've ordered recently, but I got some yarn in today that I'm going to hold off for next time, so that way I don't like overwhelm people. So, and then next week I also have my Knitterly Things Remix Club should be arriving on Monday.
Ooh.
So, yes. Because I had a little notification that said it was in free shipment, and it was in free shipment for a while. So I sent her an email today. I was like, hey. And I was like, hey, I just wanted to check on this. And she was like, oh my gosh, it's going out today. You should have it Monday. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Not like it got lost in the mail or anything.
I thought it was lost. I was like, oh no.
And you're like, okay, it's okay. As long as it's not lost. And I'll
I
get
was like,
eventually.
as long as it gets here, I don't care when, as long as it's not lost, because then that would just be horrible for my whole January through December year of socks.
I know.
I was like, what if it was lost? And then she's like, oh, sorry, I can't dye anymore. And I'd be like, no. But yeah, so I have no idea what I'm going to do with either one of these, but I thought they were cool and I liked their names.
I have 2 more repeats left to do of section 2.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's from the Lemonade Shop.
Yes.
Crap.
That's my new stuff for today. But that's my new stuff I'll talk about today.
Yes. And then eventually I'm going to go and wash my alpaca. So I have not touched it. I brought it in the house and I hid it. Everything.
Yes.
Yes, the dogs.
Well, I will just give you a preview of what my new stuff is. So I have the Knitterly Things Remix Club, and then I also, because they had a really cool color in June, because Knitterly Things, she's also doing this thing, not just in her club, but she's also doing like a revisit of previous club colors from her rainbow clubs she had over the past couple years.
Mm-hmm.
And the color for June was really cool, so I ordered it. And then when I ordered that, 2 of her other rainbow colors kind of
fell in your
stuck
cart
out to me and said buy me. So I have three of those that came in today that I will show next time when I also get in my club shipment. And then I also have another fiber thing to show.
Nice.
And I think that's it. Yes.
Oh. I need to work on that stupid white fiber so I can get to all of this brown fiber. I really hate myself.
Well, I made a purchase of some fiber that's some more of the Malabrigo fiber because I love their colors. And the stuff that Sandy that you gave me, I haven't spun up because I'm too scared to spin it because everyone's like, oh, it's so horrible to spin and blah, 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 or whatever. But I love their colors. And so I was on Facebook. Yeah. I was on Facebook. And there, I think it was Susan's Fiber Shop on Facebook, who I follow because maybe she was, I don't know, she popped up one time and I was like, oh, I follow her. And she posts these little things like every day, basically, where she has little tutorials or like she talks about different tools or stuff, or sometimes she goes through like when she gets in a new shipment of fibers.
Yeah.
Yarn or whatever, and she does like little Facebook lives, and she was doing one that was on the Malabrigo colors, and there was one color that I was like, that's really pretty, and so I had to have it.
See, I've spun some really difficult fibers and some ones that were a breeze. And even the ones that were like really compacted and matted and, hard to spin, If you fluff it up enough.
Well, and I was going to say,
not just like pre-drafted.
Yeah, no. I fluff it all the way, like as wide as I can get it fluffed out before, and then I usually will strip it down, and then I pre-draft. I do all sorts of stuff before I spin. So yeah, like this.
I was about to say, what I do is I'll open it, like if it's not chained, and then as I go, I'll like open it like that. Yeah. But I don't make it like huge.
Like I made it really, maybe that's why my stuff gets so fluffy. I don't know. Cause I like.
It could be.
Because I take it from the braid, and I don't have any here to show what I do.
I know.
But I fluff it out, and like this one, when I fluffed it out, it was like this wide. Like that's how wide I got it fluffed out. And then I ended up stripping it down into these things. And then before I wound it up into like these little small strips or whatever, I also very quickly do a very loose pre-drafting.
Yeah, I don't do any of that stuff. So
yeah, maybe it's because of my fiber prep, and that's why my stuff gets so fluffy.
This is from the Yarn Barn. Mm-hmm. It's merino that I got from my sister. And so pretty much like it'll come like this, and what I'll do is I'll just go like that. I'm like, okay, there's the end. I'm spinning. Yeah. Well,
it as much as I can.
But
so maybe that'll help with the Malabrigo. I don't know. I haven't ever spun it. I've just heard horror stories about it. But then when I was at the spinning group back in like January, December, somewhere around there, when I went to that spinning group, one of the ladies was spinning it, and she was like, you just have to prep it very well.
Yeah. So. I mean, and that's how like anything is.
Yeah.
Like this, because it's still sitting here because I have not started anything with it. I started my shawl because you know what?
Because I made you.
My sister doesn't need her stuff finished or shipped to her. No.
It's still summer.
Yeah, the colors, well, now she's in the desert, so.
I know, I was going to say, and she's in Arizona, so come on.
The color part, so compacted and felted together, a lot more than what my Malabrigo feels like. Mm-hmm. And I just had to work with it, and I would do like a section because I wanted the big thing, so I didn't like strip it down or anything.
Yeah.
And I just fluffed out what I was doing and just kept making sure that was done. So.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of Susan's Fiber Shop.
Oh no.
She was doing, was it yesterday, her little Facebook Live video? They were doing like circular sock machine class type thing, and I just sat there like mesmerized for the whole 20 minutes because it was amazing.
And you're like, I just put one in my cart and deleted it.
Well, I don't think she didn't have them like for sale. It was weird. Like,
okay.
Because I looked on her website. I was like, I wonder how much they are on her website, but I didn't see any on her website. But I have priced them in the past, and they're quite expensive. So, But I was like, I have a lot of sock yarn. I could probably get that thing to pay off. Like, it would probably pay off to have that. But it's like.
But the thing is, you don't wear that many of the socks, so you'd have to be giving them away.
I know. And but I could give away socks that I could just be like, you know. Oh my goodness, there's someone I follow on Instagram. Huh? What were you saying?
Have people pay like $10 or $20 for you to.
I know there's a lady in Jacksonville who does that. You send her your sock yarn and she cranks tubes. But like, no, there's another woman that I follow on Instagram who also has a circular sock machine, and she does a whole bunch. She's actually in the Remix Vesper Club also, and she just, will crank out a bunch of tubes, and then when she goes places, she just takes her little tubes with her and a little bit of yarn that she needs, and she just like will, insert heels and do toes and,
toes and cuffs.
Ribbing. Yeah, toes and cuffs. And I'm like, that'd be nice.
But think about all the
ends. I know.
Yeah.
But it was just very interesting because she was like starting, I guess they're doing like a weekly project, like not a weekly project, but they're doing a project of doing a pair of socks over the week. So it was, or every week, like with weekly installments. So I had I happened to catch the one that was like week 1. And it was like, this is how you set it up and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, oh, I think though, if I ended up getting something like that, I would have to go to a place that could teach me how to use it. Like For Pearls, where they have one, and they do like monthly demonstrations too.
And you're like, and I can pick it up while I'm there.
I don't know if they sell them, but I know that they do like demonstrations. Yeah.
So, but I'm no longer in Florida, so you'd have John go with you out there?
I don't know, probably, but well, he has a friend in Winter Haven.
Okay, so you can send him away.
Yes.
So he doesn't
I'm
have
not saying I'm going to buy one, so
no,
it's a couple grand. It's not like, oh, let me buy a skein of sock yarn. No, it's a major investment.
I know, but there's a lot. You might get in trouble when you go to Four Pearls.
Well, I've been to their yarn truck and bought a whole bunch of stuff from their yarn
I know,
truck.
and their store is like 20 times bigger.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I actually joined in on their knit night on Tuesday night.
Oh, really?
Their virtual knit night.
Yeah.
Yes.
You have to remind me.
Yeah, well, and then I was going to do the one for the local store here, Stash. I was going to do theirs last night and remembered it today. So
nice.
I think they do theirs Tuesday. I think that Stash does Tuesday and Thursday night at 6.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think that Four Pearls is Tuesday nights at 6:30. So I hopped into the Four Pearls one, and then I thought, oh, well, Thursday I'll just try out, because I'm trying to find one, to try and do every once in a while. And I thought, oh, well, let me do the Stash one on Thursday night, and then totally forgot about it last night. And then this morning remembered it and was like, oh, that was last night.
It's because it didn't feel like a Thursday.
Right.
Yeah.
I worked yesterday, so.
Well, so did I.
I know.
Well,
I only work Monday through Thursday, and I only have one more week of that anyway.
I don't know. It felt like a Monday.
I don't know.
Or a really horrible Friday.
I don't know.
So, Kelly.
Yes.
I have started a new audiobook, my kitchen audiobook.
Okay.
Started that. So when I'm down there cooking or cleaning or whatever.
Yes.
A Discovery of Witches.
Oh, okay. I've read that.
Well, yeah, it's on my my Alexa.
Yeah, but no, I think I've read, it's like a trilogy, and I know I've read the first 2 books. I don't know if I ever finished the 3rd book in that series.
I don't know. So
I don't know. But it also, they did not a mini series, but they did a TV show.
What?
Yeah, somewhere on one of the streaming services, or maybe it was Showtime, or I don't. Keep talking, I'll look it up.
Okay. So I did that. And
Yeah.
of course it'd be like a trilogy or a movie or show or something. I finally finished Good Omens sometime on Amazon Prime. That was
Oh, it's on Sundance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And really, more fireworks? So bright.
Hold on, it looks like they also have it on Amazon. Oh, it's on Amazon Prime, maybe?
Oh.
Possibly.
Okay.
Season 1 is on no, you have to buy it. Never mind. It's not free on Amazon. You have to pay for it.
So
anyway.
Words. Okay. So I'm still doing how to oh crap.
What, on TV?
The murder one.
How to Get Away with Murder?
Yeah. I don't know why I'm like, how to make a murderer? I mean, I guess you could have.
Well, I mean, there was that Netflix thing that was making a murderer, so maybe you're getting it confused.
I think I am, yeah. Just
yeah.
Yeah, and so the other one, because I've been told multiple times, and then Netflix, put it on the top of my list to watch
things that Netflix tells you to do it, even when other people tell you to. Go ahead.
To watch Ozark.
Oh, okay.
Yes. So I started Ozark. Yeah. Oh,
okay.
You're frozen. Okay, wow.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
It looked like you were like disappointed with that frozen face.
No, John came over to try and tell me something. I'm like, gee, I'm busy.
Go pet. So
yeah.
So that's what I've been doing.
Well, I finished up season 2 of Manifest this morning because I only had one episode left, and so I finished it this morning. So that's it really for like any of the streaming or TV or anything. But I watched Hamilton this morning on Disney Plus.
I have not watched Hamilton, but I did watch a movie last night while I was waiting. Netflix told me to watch it, and I'm like, okay, I don't know how I'm gonna like it. Eurovision.
Oh, okay. I've heard of it, but I haven't.
I mean, it was funny, but I don't think I would go out of my way to watch it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was funny.
Yeah.
I kind of saw it coming that way, but yeah. Anyways.
Yes. Well, I watched, because they have on Disney Plus, they now have Hamilton, and it's a professionally shot over 3 days with close-ups and whatever of the whole production of Hamilton with like the original company that was in the show, or the majority. I think there's like 2 that weren't in it, but because they had already left. But they tried to like, they filmed it before, like, I don't want to say this, but before like the main people left. After, when their contracts were about up. So so I watched that this morning, and I had seen it when it came to Tampa, like with a touring company, so obviously it was different people. And I saw it when it came to Tampa twice, and really enjoyed it. And I enjoyed it this morning too, but I have to say, I think I liked the cast that came to Tampa more than I like the original cast.
Now, are you saying that just, so it could be multiple things, I'm thinking, because it was your first time seeing it, so it was like new and shock and all. And
I saw the original cast in a YouTube bootleg one time too on YouTube, like, and I had seen lots of videos of them doing it before I saw here.
But then you're also there, and then the atmosphere and everything going on.
But you also, the other thing is too, you have to remember the first time I saw it live, I sit in my seats for my season tickets are in the gallery, and the people are like this big, and you can't see their faces at all. They're like way far away. You can't see their faces. You can't see any, like, you can see their costumes, but none of the detail of their costumes, but you get a really good overview of everything. And the second time I saw it, I was in like, I was in the second row down in the orchestra, like right near the stage. So you were very, very close to them, but it also was like an obstructed view. So like I couldn't see this part of the stage, so I could see most of the stuff. And I much preferred actually seeing it, when I saw it live, I much preferred seeing it from a distance to get the big picture as opposed to up close, because I felt like I would have missed, if I had seen it up close first, I wouldn't have liked it as much, because you miss a lot of like the choreography and all this type of stuff. So I will say that the professional, like the film version, not film version, but I mean, it's a filmed production, you know, it's not like a movie. Yeah, it's a filmed recording of it. I did think that they did a very good job with a nice mix of backing the camera out from things, and then also they came in like and did close-ups like at the right times. So you could get like the big picture, but also see like the people's faces and costumes up close too. So
well, that's good.
I think because if you watch like on Disney Plus, you can also watch Newsies, the musical version, not the movie version, but the musical version. And I saw that in movie theaters, and that is a big dance show. And I felt like in the recording of that show that they did too many close-ups, and I would have liked them to pull back to see everyone dancing all at once instead of just like one person's feet or like one person's face or that type. There was a lot of that. And in this, it was kind of, I mean, there's not like a huge, I mean, there is dancing in it, but it's not like giant dancing, flashing, tapping numbers. There's none of that in this show. But I felt like it was, you know, the right mixture of close-ups and overall.
So I'm not an expert at the whole musical or the film part, but in the other one, they just like zoomed in on the feet.
Sometimes, like if they were doing they're doing like a complicated step, sometimes they'll zoom in just on the dancer's feet. So you're like, oh look, they're their feet going, whatever, you know, especially if it's like a tap thing, they'll do that a lot. And then they'll back out, and you're like, I would have rather seen all of them tapping at the same time.
Or zoomed in on the person, but not just their feet.
Right. Well, and I'm just giving you an example. I'm not saying every time someone was dancing, all you
No,
saw
no,
was
no, I know, but I'm just saying, I don't think I would like it just being zoomed in on the feet every now and then. I don't know. So.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah.
So yeah, but I mean, I did enjoy watching it again this morning. So I also will say for a show, because I always have the captions on my TV because, you know, my husband's deaf. So I always have the captions on. And I will say I was very concerned about the captioning because the show is like rap and hip hop and it's very fast paced. And like, I took a workshop a couple weeks ago about the people that the workshop was put on, an interpreting workshop that was put on by one of the ladies who had interpreted it at the Stress Center. And she was talking about how it's like 20,000 words in like 2.5 hours and blah, 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 and how they had to like figure out how to do that. So I was very concerned because John wants to watch it. And I was very concerned that the words would be going too fast, but actually like it kept like good time. It wasn't like words, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah. And it had all the words in there too. It wasn't like they skipped things.
And they were spelled correctly and not.
Yes, because it wasn't like live captioning that you get on the news. It was like real captioning.
Or I was doing something for work and it was coming up, and instead of actually saying the real thing, it was saying like something fox. And we're like, but we're not doing anything with animals. Because it just.
Was it on YouTube?
No, it was a work thing.
Oh.
Yeah, a work recording where it captures it while you're talking.
Oh.
So
it's like sound based. And yeah.
And it's because I think it was like an acronym, and so it just like picked the closest word.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's entertaining.
So I do recommend.
Oh, you recommend?
I do recommend people to see Hamilton, seeing it if you have Disney Plus, watch it.
And I will watch it just so that way I know what I'm
talking about
every time you like start gushing over it. It's not like, oh, yeah. That's awesome.
I'm already expecting texts from you going like, why am I watching this? What is this? Why are they still rapping? What is happening? What's going on? Wait, who's this person? Yeah.
I'll stop and I'll take a picture. I'm like, explain what's going on here, please.
Yes.
I got distracted. I was knitting.
Because in Act 1, several of the characters play one character. In Act 2, they play different characters. And so when you get to Act 2, you'll be like, I thought this was so-and-so. And I'll be like, not anymore. Yeah.
Great.
They do their hair different, though, and have different clothes.
There's only 8 Thomases in it. I mean, how do you not know which Thomas it is?
That's back from when we were watching when we tried to watch The Tudors.
Yes.
And everyone was either Thomas or Henry.
I know. So we had to like stop multiple times during the episodes, and we're like, hold on, wait, which Thomas or which Henry are they talking?
No. First, when we were watching it, I don't remember, were we watching it on like Netflix or we were watching it on something at my house?
Yeah.
And before the episode would start, it would have a synopsis on the screen of what had happened in the previous episode. And we would have to sit there and read it out loud to figure out what was happening. Like, everyone's going to think we're really stupid because we couldn't follow the Tudors. But like, everyone who's watching us is going to be like, what is wrong with you? It was really easy to follow. But like, it would be like Thomas. We'd be like, wait, which one? And it'd be like, blah, 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 Henry. Wait, who? Which Henry? Yeah, and we had that discussion. I think we only made it through 3 or 4 episodes and then gave up.
You know, maybe I'll try to watch that again. But that's
that was when, where you actually have to pay attention. And we were watching it at my house, and every time we watched it, because it does have some adult situations and scenes, and every single time we had it on, as soon as the adult situations or scenes, if you know what I'm talking about, would happen, that's when my husband would walk in the room.
And he'd be like, what are you guys watching here? Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Uh-huh. That was like the beginning of Game of Thrones before he started watching Game of Thrones. And because I watched season 1 before him, and then he kept coming in during those type of scenes, and he was like, what are you watching?
Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah. That happens to me on like everything. Oh, what was I was watching something not too long ago. What was it? And I don't know. Oh well. I
Oh,
can't remember.
well, going back to reading and stuff, because I didn't
Yeah.
talk about what I'm reading, because I'm not really reading, but I've been listening to some audiobooks.
Yeah, I haven't
I've
read.
been borrowing from the library. And though I finally finished the one I was reading that I was really struggling to get through, because I borrowed it from the library on my Kindle, and I was trying, and I maybe got 15-20% through, and I was just like, oh my gosh, I don't know. But I was like, but I really wanted to find out what happened. Let me see what it was called, because obviously it had that much of an impact on my life. So I started reading it. Oh, The Family Upstairs by Lisa Jewell. So I started reading it, and I just could not get into it. But I was like, but the premise of the book made me want to know what happened. So I thought, well, maybe if I borrow the audiobook from the library and listen to it. And let me just tell you, sometimes listening to the audiobook can make the biggest difference in a book. If you're struggling to read it and then you listen to the audiobook, sometimes it's a lot better. I also found it was a lot easier to follow, because like it was told from 3 perspectives in the book. And sometimes you'd open a chapter and it would take you a page or two to figure out which character you were, at least when I was reading it, like when I was reading the book, which character's chapter is this? Like which character are we talking about now? But like in the audiobook, they had 3 different narrators, like 3 different people doing the chapters. So plus also like the audiobook was all the people that were reading it were British, and so I can pay attention better to audiobooks with British accents apparently than other kinds. I don't know. But anyway, so I really enjoyed the audiobook. Did not like reading the book, but I really enjoyed the audiobook. So I finished that, and then I started on my Libby app, which I have like 14 days left to do it, and need to listen to some more. But I didn't this morning because it was all about, let me get caught up on Manifest so then I can watch Hamilton. Not that I couldn't have watched Hamilton first, but I had 1 episode left to Manifest. So anyway, and I'm a quarter of the way through the book, so it's fine. And I don't listen to it at the one-time speed. I listen to it at 1.25. So it's a little faster paced, which I think also helps me with the audiobooks, because it's.
See, yeah, I just do one-time speed.
Yeah, see, one-time speed, I'm like, all right, come on, let's go. But like 1.25, I actually like started listening to this one on 1.5, and it was a little bit too fast for this one, but like 1.25 was like the right spot. So the one I'm doing now it's a young adult, I think, novel. I think it's a young adult novel. I don't know. But it's called Anna K by Jenny Lee, and it's like a modern retelling of Anna Karenina. And then of course, like, when I was looking it up for something, I was like, oh, this is part 1. Apparently there's like a second book coming out in a couple months. Or not in a couple months. I'm sorry. A second book is coming out in March. So I'm like trying to get through it, and now I'm going to have to wait till March to get to the second one, what just happened.
I'm an idiot.
Oh.
So I'm knitting this thing while you're talking. And I have my little thing here, so I'm making sure I get all the rows and I know where I'm at.
Yeah,
I'll lose whatever marker I'm at, and the apps just drive me crazy. And so I'm doing everything, and then for some reason, like back on row 4, which was 4 rows I just started 7, so I guess 3 rows ago. I did the cast on little thing,
the picot.
Yeah, and that's not supposed to be there.
Oh.
And I don't know why I did that.
I don't know either.
I don't know what else I did wrong. Yeah. So.
Well, it's okay, because when I did it in that section, I realized that I did about half of my wrap and turns wrong, and I just kept going, and it was fine. Like I was counting them wrong, because I was doing the knitting group and I was counting my wrap and turns wrong. And
in section 2.
Maybe I'm in section 4. What section am I in? I was in a wrap and turn section, and I did half the wrap and turns wrong, but when
that's section 3.
Okay, I finished section 3. I'm in section 4 then.
Yeah, because I'm like, I'm almost done with section 2 and yours is so much bigger.
I know. That's why I was like, why is mine so much bigger? Okay, so I finished section 3 and I'm the first repeat of section 4. Anyway, but in my section 3, somehow about halfway through it, I started doing my wrap and turns like I was counting them wrong. And then I was like, I'm not going back to fix this, and you can't even tell. So
yeah, I'm going back to fix mine because it's going to drive me crazy.
Anyway, so the audiobook I'm listening to now is Anna Kay. It's a retelling of Anna Karenina, and it must be a young adult book because like all the kids are like in high school.
Yeah. Oh, so you sent me a link the other day and I never opened it. And I said, oh, you can just tell me during the podcast.
Oh yeah, because your shirt reminded me. So I came across my Facebook the other day that Amazon Prime, I guess, has bought the rights to turn Fallout into a television series. So
now, is it going to be like a cartoon or like real people's?
I don't know. I didn't even really read the article either. I sent it to you expecting you to read it because I have no idea anything about Fallout. I would assume it's going to be like real people, probably with some CGI stuff, but I don't know.
There would have to be a lot of CGI for the rad scorpions.
Okay, well, it's probably, you know, people with CGI. I don't know.
The
I don't know for Amazon.
Oh, the death clause will be good.
Negotiate this contract.
Well, maybe
turn it into a TV series.
And said, let me step in just for Sandy.
I am not on the creative team.
We'll work on it. I have loftier goals for you. Yeah. So there we go.
Yeah.
So when is this potentially going to be coming out? You're like, hold on, let me look to see what's going on here.
I said, hold on, let me look at it to see if it's through Amazon or what it's from. Like, because I was like, I think it's from Amazon something. Oh my goodness. Amazon orders Fallout TV series from Westworld's Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy. That's another show I have to catch up on is Westworld. I haven't even watched the most recent season of that.
I'm far behind on it.
Fallout TV series commitment. Keep talking. I will find it. I'm not going to read them.
Wow, this is very entertaining right here. Oh my God, this is killing. Oh my gosh. It is 7 o'clock.
Yeah, it is like 8 o'clock over here.
And it's still light out. So I sent you a text the other day. I'm
FYI, skimming this article, there is nothing about when it is, and there's nothing about how they're going to do it.
Oh. Okay, well then what I'm going to do is make a Google alert for Fallout and see what happens with that.
They talk about the video game in the article.
I do like the video game.
Yeah. That's all I know.
Look how long my bangs have gotten.
Those aren't even bangs anymore.
I know. Oh my gosh. So I don't know. I'm half-heartedly considering cutting my hair.
Oh yeah, that's right. You were talking about that.
Yeah.
Yes.
My niece says keep it. She likes the length. So I was thinking maybe like to here.
I would
like that much off.
Then you wouldn't have. Then you could cut it off to like where your bangs are, and then just grow it all the same length. Like, you know, why not?
I don't know. Oh, where are my bangs? I don't know. Now my hair's all like crazy.
Yeah, I need to get mine done too.
My bangs are to here.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I need to get a cut and a color at some point before I go back to work on July 31st. Well, and then I was like, well, it's going to depend. If I go back to work like in Zoom meetings, then I could put it off another week or two. But if I go back to work in person, I might want to get something done.
Your hair looks good.
Yeah, that's because it's pulled back and you can't really see it. I mean, like the lengthwise and stuff, I'm happy with. Like, I do need a trim because it's getting to the point where the ends are getting kind of frizzy just because they need to be trimmed because I haven't had my hair cut since February. And normally I do 4 to 6 weeks. But my roots, and I am not pointing these out, but they're like this long. Yeah.
You can't tell.
Of just my roots. Luckily the curls hide a lot of it. So yes.
You can't tell at all.
So
Well,
anyway,
on
but
that
I
note,
think
we're
that's
done.
probably, huh?
I said on that note, I think we're done.
I know.
You're saying that.
I think that's about it for us this time. So you can follow us on social media. That sounds really creepy. Follow us on social media, but whatever. I meant to say find us, but then follow came out, so I don't know.
Well, you find and then follow.
Yeah. Anyway, so we have, obviously we are on YouTube with our videos under Two Crafty Stitches, and the crafty is with a K. And then we also have Twitter where we just post that, hey, there's a new episode up. That's also Two Crafty Stitches. And then we each, where we're most active is our Instagram accounts. And mine is PearlyGirl75. And then Sandy's is
Bits and Bips. I was going to say that, and you're like,
so dramatic.
So say, and
Like Sandy's is, and you're like, it was like you went in slow motion into this big dramatic reveal. Anyway, so if you follow Sandy on Instagram, you can see pictures of all of our dogs and animals. And on mine, you will see random pictures of my dog and or projects I'm working on. That's pretty much all I post. So.
I think that's it. So happy crafting, everyone.
Bye.